Amazon is telling all its employees to pack up their home offices and head back to cubicle hell. Let's talk about it. This stuff just came out just recently, so I want to be able to break this down. First off, the move is likely to stir the pot quite a bit. Companies that have transitioned to hybrid models have seen a significant benefit. For instance, an article in Nature, which I read through something that Nick Bloom was putting together, found that Trip.com actually went back to a 3-day hybrid model from a full-time in-office model, and they saw a whopping 35% reduction in employee turnover. So flipping that script, that could mean that Amazon might experience an increase in quit rates, possibly around 30%. So that's possibly exactly what they're looking for. However, the option to work remotely or in a hybrid model is roughly equivalent to about an 8% pay raise in the eyes of many remote workers. So taking that away, it's like handing out an 8% pay cut without actually adjusting the payroll at all. And I'd hate to see their NPS report next year. I think it's going to be absolutely horrible. So what's Amazon actually thinking here? They're probably giving the standard we need to be able to get back to in-person collaboration schlep. But listen, we know that that's not true. And dozens of studies back up the fact that remote work is more productive for workers. And I think this is Amazon preparing for the economic correction that we're all basically seeing at this point. By mandating a return to office, they might be hoping that some of those employees will choose to leave voluntarily. But here's the catch. It's often the top talent that actually has the most options elsewhere. So they might end up actually losing the very people that they want to be able to keep. So will other people actually follow suit here? Amazon is a trendsetter, and in many ways, it's possible that other companies might actually take that as a signal to reconsider their own remote work policies. However, we're in late 2024 here, and many organizations have gathered their own data and experiences over the past few years. So just because Amazon makes a move doesn't actually mean that everyone will jump on the same bandwagon. However, with that said, I'm trying to put out content like this as much as humanly possible so that we can call this out as much as humanly possible. By the way, if you like this video, why don't you like and share this content and quite possibly subscribe to this YouTube channel, because this is all I talk about. But here's my take on this. Listen, number one, I think that probably we're gonna see high turnover at Amazon coming up relatively soon. So Amazon might face a surge in resignations, but decide to actually stay the course and filling the gaps with new hires who are okay with being in a office full-time. Good luck with that, Amazon, by the way. Number two, I think we're probably gonna see a big policy reversal. So they might realize that the drawbacks outweigh the actual benefits, and they might want to be able to revert to a more flexible policy within the next year. It's not uncommon for almost 40% of employees in the US have experienced multiple changes in the company's return to office mandate projections over the last year. And we saw that fight specifically with Dell that recently basically said, hey, we're not going back to the office. And that didn't end up too well for the employees at Dell. But again, I believe they're looking to trim their org regardless. So this is probably going to be very cost effective for them in the short term, and a fantastic way of doing it because you don't have to actually pay any exit packages to employees at Amazon that end up going and working somewhere else. There could also be some high-end talent for us, and I'm talking remote first organizations. So in my opinion, you need to be able to get your HR campaigns ready to go after some of that fantastic talent. And if you're a remote company, usually the people who will leave Amazon will be the creme de la creme of the org. So you want to be able to let them know that you exist right now. That's what I'm essentially doing. So as someone who's a staunch advocate for remote work, I think Amazon might be misreading the room here. The pandemic showed us that flexible work arrangements, they aren't just a nice to have, they're a competitive advantage. And by pushing employees back into the office full time, they risk losing valuable talent, and they may find themselves at a disadvantage in attracting new hires who prioritize flexibility. Companies need to adapt to the changing landscape, not cling to outdated models, just in my opinion. And the future of work is flexible and results oriented. But 80+% of new tech startups are actually being started remotely because they know what remote work is actually good for. It's not just good for workers, it's good for the bottom line. So in my opinion, does this piss me off? Yeah, I really liked that Amazon was committing to remote work, and them pushing everyone back to the office is probably a net negative push towards remote work. So is this going to encourage other companies to be able to try to make the move like this? Only time will tell. But if I were a betting man, I'd put my money on flexibility and remote work continuing to gain ground. Also, I'd send this video directly to your HR people ASAP. That talent will be top tier, and I know that's what we're gonna be doing at Time Doctor and Running Remote. As for me, I'm here in my walk-in closet enjoying my afternoon power showers and being able to pick up my kids every day from school. Mr. Bezos, enjoy your phallic spaceships and your mega yachts, which I think, by the way, you actually work remotely on, if I remember correctly. Anyways, what do you think? Is Amazon the first of many to come, or are they about to learn a tough lesson about remote work? One thing's for sure, remote work is getting so exciting again, which is really cool. It was boring for like 5 minutes. Now it's gotten exciting again. Until next time, my name is Liam Martin. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, share this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It is indeed free, and I will see you in the next video. Later.